You are listening to The Bad Boy Radio Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. This is that real shit, not that fake shit. The only radio show that's not afraid to tell you the truth about the game. This is The Bad Boy Radio Show. Remember, the truth is inside you.
Yo, what up? What's poppin'?
Hey.
It's your boy, Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. This is The Bad Boy Show. Miles, what's going on, man?
Man, nothing much, man. Your boy is chilling after a couple of weeks of fucking weddings and hard work.
Right.
I'm just chilling, you know what I'm saying? Editing, just taking my time. You feel me?
I feel you.
Yeah, what's going on with you?
Man, just spending too much time, fucking around, learning this game. You feel what I'm saying? So I gotta put myself out there. It's funny, like when you hang around women a lot. You ever play those video games when you use like your special power part and it drains your power because you can't use it. That's how I feel when I'm around chicks a lot. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's like I'm using this special power, but I also get drained. You feel what I'm saying? So
like Feature Rage 2.
Exactly, right.
Yeah, that was my shit.
So it's that type of shit. It's just like, oh man, but yeah, you got trying to get in there so I could put out the information to help you guys. You feel what I'm saying? So
right.
So we got to make that happen. But today we're going to be talking about the power of selfishness. I really like this topic because it's some real shit, and it's something that I feel like doesn't really get talked about. And also, when we talk about selfishness, it's always like this negative thing. So we gotta really go into that and all that other good shit. But
right.
Before we get into all that, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna get into some news. All right, so you guys are listening to The Bad Boy Show. Yo, you still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the woman you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.
Introducing Ital Roots Jamaican Roots Drink, a perfect blend of health-enriching tropical fruits and naturally powerful male libido-enhancing herbs. Voted best-tasting roots drink in the market and made from superior high-end holistic natural materials. The main ingredient in Ital Roots is Cheney root, a well-known tropical aphrodisiac discovered in Jamaica for men with low energy or low sex drive. It's very high in iron content. This makes it excellent for cleansing and building up the blood cells wherever your body needs it. Buy on Amazon.com or JuiceForLifePlus.com. That's Juice, the number 4, Life, PLUS.com.
Do you have any personal dating issues that you need addressed right now? Dating and life coach Mr. Locario will help you with his 30-minute game session. The Mr. Locario's 30-minute game session is a private one-on-one coaching session on the phone or through Skype. For 30 minutes, you'll get answers to any dating questions you have. To set up your 30-minute game session, go to MrLocario.com. That's MrLocario.com. MrLocario.com.
And the thing is that when it comes to you being selfish and everything, it's about you doing things for you to better shit for you, but also by you doing things for you, it makes things better for everyone else around you if you're being righteous. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times it's not about the selfishness that's bad. It's about the act that could be bad based off your selfishness. Because you can use your selfishness to do fucked up shit, or you could use your selfishness to, do good shit. So it's not necessarily the selfishness, it's what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? Because, for example, I could be selfish to the point where, let's say I'm like, look, man, let's say somebody's asking me to for something or for money or to help them do whatever. And I'm like, nah, man, I gotta go and do my thing over here. I gotta, I can't give you no money because I need all this money for this and this and this. So I'm being selfish because I'm trying to build this thing that I'm trying to build. And then so by me building that thing that I'm building, that in turn, that thing I'm building, let's say, for example, is something that's going to help thousands of people. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Me being selfish helping those thousands of people. You see what I'm saying? Right. So it's important for me to be selfish in order to help those 1,000 people. Now, on the flip side, I could be selfish on some shit where, you know, I do some devious shit to where I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to, you know, I want a bunch of money, so I'm going to go steal this money from this person because that's what I want. And I'm being selfish by just doing my thing and stealing his shit. So again, it's not necessarily the selfishness, it's how you apply it. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what it is. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know, that's the thing what it comes down to. And then so the thing is, especially, you know, when we always talk about being on your purpose, and being on your purpose is about selfishness. You see what I'm saying? Because it's about you doing the things that you want to do and the things you feel you need to do in your life to get from point A to point B, or to make things happen in the way you want it to happen. You see what I mean? And a lot of times, a lot of people can benefit from your selfishness, from you doing what you do. Like for example, let's say something like Facebook. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Mark Zuckerberg was selfish. He was like, yo, I'm doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? This is the shit I want to do. And look how much people benefit off of Facebook. You see what I mean? Like millions. You see what I mean? So millions of people benefited off of Mark Zuckerberg being selfish and doing the thing that he needed to do in order to get shit going. Now, how does this relate to even you in a relationship with a woman, or you doing anything with a woman? Is that the thing is, a lot of times what happens is dudes start to get conditioned to simp and to do everything for a woman. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of vice versa, instead of doing things for you and being selfish and then having a woman follow your program. Because when we talk about a woman following your program, this is what the funny part that guys gotta understand. And this is what even women have to understand, because a lot of feminists be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. No, this is the thing. If a woman is following your program, that's blah, blah, blah. Right. But if a woman is following your program, that's still selfishness on her part. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because what that means is that she actually wants to do that. That's her saying, oh, I want to be with this guy who's going in this direction. This is what I want as a woman. So she's being selfish getting her shit. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Because when we talk about a woman following your program, we're not talking about you finding some chick and she's like, oh, I didn't want to do any of this, and you're forcing me to follow. No, we're not. No, it ain't no forcing nothing. It's you actually wanted to do this. This is something you want to make happen, and you want to come along for that ride because that's what you want. You see what I'm saying? And that all came from you as the man first being selfish and doing your own fucking thing.
I was going to say, like, it's one of those, like, almost like a mind fuck, like a paradoxical thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially when they try to shame you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Right.
They try to shame you. They try to shame you into thinking being selfish is wrong and bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start to think, oh, well, maybe I need to do things for everyone else.
Right.
And not think about myself. But see, that's the sin. I mean, you know, if we want to get biblical or whatever, that is the sin. Mm-hmm. The sin is not realizing who you are. You understand?
Right.
When you're not being selfish, you're not realizing who you are. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. And the thing, the beauty of all of this is that everybody has a part to play, so everybody else can play their part.
Facts.
Real you understand? But
shit.
if you're not playing the part you're supposed to play, and you forgot about your part, and you're trying to play the part to help everybody else play their part, then your part doesn't get to do what it's supposed to do for everybody else's part to work. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm telling you, it's weird, and it's real easy for people to look at you and be like, God damn, you mad fucking selfish. Fuck you, you ain't shit. Right. And then you actually listen to that shit, and you're like, yeah, maybe I was being selfish. Let me start to give. Let me start to do this. Let me start to do that. Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter what you do.
Mm-hmm.
What matters is if it's something that you really want to do.
Right, exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
Because we all live on this earth together. So no matter what you do, whether you go left or right, you will have a good and a bad effect on somebody. So it really doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
What matters is you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? What matters is what you want to do. So listen, if you say to yourself, even if you try to quote unquote not affect anyone, even if you say I'm gonna be super selfish and go live up in the hills and not even talk to anybody.
Right.
You're still having an effect on the world. You know why? Because let's just say if you decided not to go into the hills and you decided to stay in the city, what's gonna happen? You need to make money, right? So you're gonna have to get a job, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
You're taking that job, and because you took that job, somebody else can't get that job. But if you decided to go up into the hills and quote unquote be selfish and only live for yourself, guess what? You left that job position open for somebody else.
Right, exactly.
The only real true difference of the whole situation is, are you going to live up in the mountains because it's what you want to do? Or are you going to live up in the mountains because it's what somebody told you to do and you feel bad because of what they told you?
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So no matter what you do, somebody's gonna be happy, somebody's gonna be sad. It doesn't fucking matter. What matters is you. And that's why being selfish is important, because no matter what you do, it's gonna affect somebody some way, some form, some fashion. Because we're all here. I got this quote that I saw on this YouTube video. It's by this dude named Alexis Carroll. It says, man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. Man cannot remake himself without suffering, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. You understand what I'm saying?
That's some real shit.
Now, the first part, I mean, the whole quote is dope, but what I want you to pay attention to is the second part where it says, for he is both the marble and the sculptor. But what that means to me is we are both. You know, when they, again, I get biblical because it's easy, because everybody knows, even if you don't believe in God, you know of God, you know about God. Everybody talks about God. Everybody says, oh my God, at some point in their life. OMG is a fucking acronym on its text. So everybody knows something about God. But the point I'm trying to make is, when it says, for he is both the marble and the sculptor, you have to understand that every person on this earth is God, and we're a part of God. You understand what I'm saying? We are both the marble and the sculptor. So that means we shape and mold everything we want to do, but we're also what we're shaping. We are the thing that we're shaping. And because of that, because God, they claim that God controls everything and everyone. God is omnivorous or omnipotent or whatever the fuck it is, right? But you have to understand that all of us together as a collective, we are God. We are the thing that makes everything work. And we are also individual parts of that thing that makes everything work.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
And there is a certain type of beauty and power in being an individual part of what makes everything work. And the way to fully be what you're to fully assist everything else to work the way it's supposed to work is for you to do what you're supposed to do. Exactly what whatever it is you want to do, whatever it is you think you're supposed to do, that's what you're supposed to do. Not by the fucking critique or the shaming tactics or the fucking requests or the beliefs of anyone else but yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So when you're at the bar and you buy yourself drinks and you sitting there, you know, spitting game to a bitch and she's like, oh my God, you ain't gonna buy me a drink? You be like, no, bitch, I don't buy bitches drinks.
Right, exactly.
That's what you say.
Right.
And if you're a nigga that don't buy bitches drinks, don't buy bitches drinks.
Exactly.
Let a next nigga fulfill that purpose if that's his desire. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
If you're that nigga that don't buy bitches drinks, do not buy bitches drinks. No matter what happens, no matter how many bitches reject you or claim they don't want to holler at you or whatever, don't buy none of them drinks. Why? Because that's you. You see what I'm saying? Be selfish. Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that a lot of niggas don't know. That nigga that's running around buying bitches drinks, guess what he's doing? He's being just as selfish as you are.
Right. Exactly.
Do you understand?
Exactly.
Because his desire, his wants, the way he wants to play his role in the scheme of things, is he wants to be that nigga to buy bitches drinks.
Right.
You may not agree with it. You may fucking sit around and call him a simp. You may call him a trick ass nigga. But that's who he is. You understand?
Right.
And when he plays his part to the fullest of his ability, like he wants to play his part, then that means you can be that nigga that don't buy bitches drinks.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's the yin and yang of it, man.
That's the balance. That's what. Let me tell you something. When you're looking at a system, when you're looking at a car, right? And then you figure there's something about the car that's not working right? You take it to the mechanic, and the mechanic says, "Oh, I have to change this part because this part is broken." What? It's a beautiful metaphor for life. Think of the car as the earth or the universe or whatever. And when you take it to the mechanic, and the mechanic says there's a part in your car that's not working, what happens is that part is broken. That part is not being what it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
It's broken. It needs to be replaced or fixed. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That part is not being what it's supposed to be. So let's just say an alternator. Alternator is something that brings electricity to the rest of the car.
Right.
If that part is not doing its job, then the car can't give you AC, the radio don't work, and it'll shut off and it won't start.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
That stops the car from. So that little part is not being what it's supposed to be, and then what happens? Then the car itself, the whole thing, is not being what it's supposed to be. You understand? You understand how that the part affects the whole?
Right. Exactly.
Just like I was saying, we are both the marble and the sculpture. You understand? We are both the whole car and that little part. So if that little part is not doing what it's supposed to do, if that little part is not being selfish and fulfilling its purpose, the purpose that it was designed for, then the entire car cannot work correctly.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
So this is what